The one with Chandler's work laugh is the 12th episode of the 5th season of Friends. This is directed by Kevin Bright, and as always, there will be spoilers from now as I go through the episode and share some thoughts. And there are three main parts of the narrative, so I'll talk about them in turn. And the first part involves the fact that Emily is getting married already. I like the fact that it happened so quickly because I feel like if they brought Emily up again repeatedly throughout the seasons, I get very bored of that. It's no secret I don't like the character. So yes, it is a bit soon, but I also feel like it was the right time within the context of the show to bring this up. Ross is obviously feeling a lot of emotions with this, mostly anger. He smashes up a scone in Central Perk, and then he writes a nasty letter to Emily. It gets covered in bird poop, which in Ross's opinion made it better. And then, feeling sorry for himself, he decided to go to a bar, and he was out all night, and Joey established quite quickly that he must have hooked up. He was correct about that, but I don't think anybody could have guessed with whom. And it turns out it was Janice, and this is revealed because Janice runs back in to give Ross his scarf because he left his scarf. And of course, she goes straight into the apartment and everybody is there. And, well, almost everybody is there. And Janice says, Janice says that she has needs and Chandler's in Yemen. I just love the fact that she still believes that Chandler is in Yemen. He wasn't in the apartment at the time, of course. And Ross and Janice are actually in Central Perk. And I love how this played out. Janice actually breaks up with Ross, which I think was a good thing. I like the fact that they kind of started and ended this in the one episode. I don't think there would have been any value in prolonging it over however many episodes. But Ross realizes that Janice is breaking up with him because he's become too whiny. Ross has become whinier than Janice. And that was a bit of a wake-up call for him, and I thought it was very funny, and it worked out really well. And then at the end of the episode, jumping ahead a little bit, Ross does the right thing, and he decides to tell Chandler, and Chandler, initially, he just finds it amusing that this has happened, but then Ross points out that he was surprised he wasn't more hurt or upset, because you don't date somebody your friend has dated or somebody they're related to. And then Chandler suddenly realizes that one day Ross is going to find out that he's been sleeping with Ross's sister. So he pretends to be angry and then tells Ross, remember I forgave you and also gave you $27. So Chandler is definitely laying the groundwork there for telling Ross. I feel like up until this point he might not have really considered how Ross might react to the fact that he's been sleeping with Monica, and I feel like that's definitely something that's now going to play on his mind quite a bit. But I liked how that part of the episode concluded. We then have a part focusing on Chandler and Monica with Chandler's work, and then with Rachel, and I'll leave Rachel until the end. So Chandler does take Monica to a work function. It's nice to see them spending time outdoors together, by which I mean outside of their apartment, and not being afraid of anybody seeing them because they're allowed to be a couple there, and it's really sweet. However, Monica doesn't think it's so sweet when Chandler laughs because he has this work laugh that he does whenever his boss makes a joke. And Monica's not a fan of this. But Monica's behaviour isn't great either because they play couples tennis with Chandler's boss and his wife. And Monica is very competitive, which would come as a surprise to nobody. And Chandler's not happy with that, and she's not happy with his work laugh. So things are not going great for either of them, but then things do become rather adorable. And really admirable, actually, with Monica, because they go to dinner with the boss and the boss's wife, and Monica tells Chandler, this is the last work thing I'm going to do because I just don't like work, Chandler. And Chandler finally realizes this is something Monica's really bothered by. So when his boss makes a joke about coffee, Chandler doesn't laugh. And there's this really awkward moment where his boss is like, why didn't you laugh at me? And Monica realizes that this is putting Chandler in a really awkward situation. So she pretends that Chandler didn't understand the joke. She pretends to explain it to him. And then both she and Chandler do a fake laugh at the joke. And it was really nice for Monica to finally realize that she may not like the Chandler that he is when he's at work, but it's important for him to be in a good position with his boss. And I like that she kind of, even though she caused it, she did come to his rescue at the end there. And I rather like that part of it. The episode actually started off, we're now going to Rachel, with Rachel asking Joey for more information about Chandler and Monica, but Joey doesn't really have any more information. So she tries to get the information out of Monica. And she does something that I think could have really changed the direction of the episode, but I think it definitely puts us in a good position going forward, because she just comes out with it. She just says, I know about you and Chandler. And Monica denies it. This is because Rachel confesses she heard them on the phone, but Monica comes up with an excuse for what that conversation was like or what it was about. And obviously Rachel's not buying any of this, but Monica's still not willing to say anything. And Rachel has had enough. When Joey tells her that Monica and Chandler are over at their apartment, the guy's apartment, Rachel decides enough is enough. I'm going to confront her. And she is about to, but when she goes up to the bedroom door, she hears... What's my cat? She hears Monica telling Chandler about how Rachel's her best friend. She wants to tell her everything, but they're just not ready yet. And Rachel in that moment respects that. She's about to leave quietly, and she knocks over a lamp. And we have this beautiful moment where Monica comes out. Now, why is Monica coming out of Chandler's room wearing what looks like pajamas? Well, she very quickly says that she's at her new job. Chandler pays her to clean, and she's cleaning in her loungewear. That part of it's not unbelievable, but I have to give Monica credit for really thinking on her feet. And Rachel pretended that she was coming over to borrow the lamp. So both of them get points for quick thinking there, even if neither of them was particularly believable. And the moment that I really loved is when Rachel hugged Monica and said, congratulations on your new job. The bit that didn't make any sense to me here, and I don't think it was, I think it was meant to be funny, but it's illogical. Rachel leaves with the lamp, and Chandler comes out, and Monica says that she had no idea. Whoosh, went straight over her head. But I don't believe that. I don't believe Monica would think that, because earlier in that episode, Rachel had already said, I know about you and Chandler. And now Monica's coming out of Chandler's bedroom. Of course it's not gone over Rachel's head. I don't think Monica believes that Rachel believed her story about being paid by Chandler to do the cleaning. So I don't believe that part of it, and I didn't find it funny as a result. But it was certainly a very sweet moment, and the rest of the episode was really great. There's a lot going on in this episode, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it. The one with Chandler's work laugh is obviously very entertaining. We're definitely moving forward with people finding out about Chandler and Monica, but of course, more on that when we get there. For now, the one with Chandler's work laugh is a pretty brilliant episode of Friends.